So tonight, Rezo, I got these Italian margaritas made by the same company that made the Italian lemonade that I got a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So I'm back on with the program. I have a can in my hand for less than $10.
And I think that fits the bill, considering it's an Italian margarita. I mean, those are generally known as being a very Mexican drink. So the Italian version, I'm really interested to see how you think that turns out.
Yeah, so it's got limoncello, lemonade, and tequila in it. It's in a can, 7% alcohol, and 100% all natural. And I have to shake it, so I'm going to shake it. What do you got tonight?
Sapporo, because, I'm Chinese.
Fucking, it's Japanese, asshole, and I love Sapporo.
Because I'm Asian, sorry.
There you go. You're Oriental.
Yes.
Okay, so you got, all right, let's see how this does.
I don't even know what I am.
Oh, man, that's not that great. Mm.
We literally took a drink at the same exact time right there. It's like the mouse clicks and the drinking just in sync. Dude,
we should be friends.
Oh, we should. Actually, yesterday, as I was re-listening to the podcast, I got to mile number 2 of my run, and I heard myself.
Damn. Yep.
Got to mile number 2 of my run, and I heard myself on the podcast open a beer, and I was like, so I do 1 beer every 2 miles. Okay.
Oh, man. Ray, I'm sorry. My voice sounds like shit right now. Hopefully it picks back up. Usually, because we record these so late my time, like 10 o'clock, right? And this morning I was up at 4:50, because, why would I have a regular, why would I be 11 minutes away from my house and can roll out of bed and go, no. So fuck me.
Exactly.
But normally I try to take like a quick 15, 20, 30 minute power nap before we get going. And I wasn't able to tonight. I don't know. I was so excited about being able to come down here and talk to you, I guess. So I was watching Naked and Afraid. And that's why I'm a little bit late tonight. I was caught up in this Naked and Afraid show. I haven't watched the show in years. And there is this 39-year-old woman and this 20-year-old man. And they were naked and afraid in Africa together. And on day 6, the 20-year-old man pussied out and got sick, and they had to extract him. And this woman did the rest of the thing on her own. And she just sat there unable to hunt.
Wow. What kind of sickness was it?
There was a watering hole, and they had to gather water and then boil it so they could drink it, right? Well, this stupid dumbass, I'm going to go swimming. So he goes swimming every day. So what happens when you go swimming in a watering hole? Well, naturally, you're going to ingest some of that water somehow. And that's got tons of bacteria in it. So he got sick off of that.
Okay, yeah, so he's an idiot. Okay. I mean, I was just wondering, there's reasons he could be, I don't know where they were from, but, if I went to Africa, I'm sure I could gather some sort of illness, unintentionally just from being there.
I read a story once about one person going to Africa and like growing black moss on their skin. And I said, I will never go to Africa. I will never go to Africa. All right.
I've heard about that too. It's scary.
Yeah. You ready to do a show, buddy? We're going to learn about your future tonight.
Oh my God, dude. I'm so fucking excited right now. I got so much fun stuff that's happened lately.
All right. We have a lot. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun show. So let's get a little drunk and let's get going.
Let's
all right.
do it. Cheers. Clink.
Cheers. Clink. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Rich Dickman Show. Here goes my furnace. A podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. Of course it is. I am your host. I am Rem. I am here once again, guiding you along this journey through your ears and your brain, maybe coming out your nose and into your stomach. I don't know. Maybe you got the poops. I don't know. But anyways, with me, as always, as he has been for the last 9 episodes. It's 10. This is 10. It's Ray. Ray, what's up?
What's up, party people? I'm back.
He's back. Well, Ray, so everybody wants to know, and I am very, very loud tonight, and I don't know why. Everybody wants to know, Ray. They've been asking me all week. My DMs have been blowing up. My emails have been blowing. My text messages. They want to know, Ray, have you heard from Rich Dickman yet?
You know what? I have had the same experience. People blowing up my emails, my pager, my DMs, text messages, everything. My fax machine has been going bananas.
Yeah.
And I have had the same response. I haven't heard a thing. Have you heard anything?
I have, Ray. I have.
Oh my goodness, you have. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the consensus?
Well, I can't tell you right now.
Oh, okay. There's a big lead up in it. Oh, you'll have to wait.
You're gonna have to wait to the end of the show. It's like with everybody else in the audience here. So we'll address your future at the end. But Ray, this is your 10th episode with me. Well, no, it's your 12th or 13th episode with me, but your 10th episode in season 2 as a quote unquote regular host. And how has your experience been so far?
So far, so good. As the meme that I created says, I had the time of my life on the Rich Dickman show last night. So yeah, I've had a good time. Really, just truly, I've been working like crazy lately, lots of stuff going on there. And so it's really nice to just come sit, just chat with you. And obviously some other people have been here and there, but yeah, it's just, I've been having a really good time. We've done a little bit of content here and there. Just the entire experience has been just fun.
Now, as a former, current, I guess, you were a fan of mine for the Triple T years. Has your admiration of me grown, in this experience? Working with me.
Yes. So I know how to feed the ego. So, oh my goodness, it's like on triple fold, like way better. Like, oh my goodness. You were already number 1 on my fan list of everyone in the entire world. And, now you're number 1, 1A, 1B, 1C, 2, 2A, 2B, 2C.
Yes.
No, but the reality is it is kind of interesting because me having listened, it's one of those things I wonder how you feel about this, but me having listened to your stuff for so long, in a lot of ways, like you've said stuff that maybe I remember that you don't remember saying or whatever. Like I know you a lot better than you know me just because I've listened to you. You've expressed things as well as I'm sure somebody that's listened to this podcast, whoever it might be. So Ryan TRDS, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows me better than I know him because I've said stuff and I've never actually talked to him. So it's interesting, like having a conversation, how one person knows the other person, but the other person doesn't know them as well. It's fascinating.
Yeah. No, it's been fun. Speaking of Ryan, last week after the show, I tweeted at you and I said, hey, so for some practice here, why don't you invite Ryan onto the show next week? Well, you tweeted at Ryan TRDS on Twitter, producer Ryan. You tweeted at him and you said, hey, Ryan, would you like to come on the show in 2 weeks? Well, I texted Ryan earlier this evening and I said, hey man, what are you doing? You want to come on the show? And he said, oh dude, I thought that was next week. So strike one, Rezo, strike one.
So yeah, following up, one demerit.
All right. Business real quick. Go to richdickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs. I've shamed Ray into starting some work over there, so we'll see some things happening. He's been busy.
I got started on it, and then I'll actually have to talk to you about that because I ran into some little hiccups. I got a little bit of stuff done. Didn't want to save anything. There's some drafts and things like that. But yeah, we got some stuff starting to pop up over there.
Very good. Go to Amazon.com, search Rich Dickman. Get yourself a Rich Dickman t-shirt. We have the slightly better than mediocre t-shirt. We have, in memoriam to Huell Hauser, we have the El Abogado Attorney at Law t-shirt. And of course, if you're going to protest something, you need this shirt. You need the Eat the Rich shirt. Show your support for eating rich people and protesting, the man, protesting, the patriarchy, protesting, inequality, protesting, sports that aren't fair, that one team dominates over the rest of the world, and the other teams can't catch up because their societies are so far behind they don't promote their women's sports. You got to protest things like that. God bless all of you for those of you who've supported and listened, and we really do appreciate all of you listening. All right, so tonight we've got a lot of fun things to do. I say tonight like everybody's going to be listening to this tonight. Most of you listen to it during the day or on your way to work. So to this episode, we have some fun things to do, mostly produced by Ray. So he's really putting the good foot forward, so to speak. All right, Ray, I got to tell you something real quick. A couple things. So, last time Hot Drummer News Babe was on the show with Huell and I thought I knew her birthday was in July. but I thought she had said it was July 12th. Famously, July 12th is my old co-host's birthday, not Huel, my old co-host. And this is going to be the first year that I don't send a 1, 2, 3 greeting to her. Do you think I should send a 1, 2, 3 greeting just to be annoying?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. All right. I guess I will.
If you don't, I will.
Okay. All right. I will. I'll send a 1, 2, 3 greeting and then watch the tweet. So who still uses 1, 2, 3 greetings? Anyways, I thought Hot Drummer News Babe shared a birthday with her. Matter of fact, Hot Drummer News Babe does not share a birthday with her. Hot Drummer News Babe's birthday was 6 days earlier. So I missed it. So when we were texting each other and chatting about last week's episode, she mentioned she was away for her birthday. And I'm like, oh God damn it. This is now the second birthday this year that I missed. I missed Chris O.C.'s birthday when I promised I wouldn't. And I missed Hot Drummer News Babe's birthday.
Unbelievable. And you missed mine. So strike 3.
To be fair, you didn't tell me when it was till like 3 months after.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. You got me on that point. So maybe like half a strike. What's half a strike?
Okay.
I don't even know. A foul ball. So you still got 2 strikes. But I don't know. Maybe they should sign up, and put their information on Facebook so that you don't forget. Maybe that's on them too.
I don't use Facebook anymore, because fuck Facebook. But I think that if you are associated with me and birthdays are important to you, you know what? Give me a heads up. I won't feel weird. Say, hey, Rem, just a heads up. My birthday is next Tuesday. Even that's too far out. Like, hey, Rem, my birthday is like today. That works. Then I can say, oh shit, happy birthday, Ray. Happy birthday, HDNB. Just, it's okay. I forget lots of things. I'm cursed with that. So.
Yeah. I know how that is. Like, well, and that's the thing is, celebrating other people's birthdays is not high on my priority list because they're constant and there's so many other things to worry about on a daily basis that, yeah, it becomes hard. Like, I don't put them all in my calendar. Like, I would love to be able to tell everyone happy birthday when it is their birthday. Fortunately, just to get this out there, to one up you, my older sister didn't forget hers. My brother and my younger sister all had their birthdays so far this year, and I didn't forget one of them.
See, so I take a great sense of pride in not forgetting people's birthdays and like not doing the Facebook thing where, you post a happy birthday message on Facebook after Facebook reminds you. I actually text the person, personally. Mm-hmm. So I pride myself on that, and I've fucking failed it like this year. Bad. I had to auto text so I wouldn't forget Fit. I mean, not that he texts me anyways, but, but, to get HDNB and Chris OC and then anyways. All right. So, hey, you guys, don't forget my birthday. It's in November. Went back to work this week, Ray, after my vacation last week.
I bet that was fun. Just, felt like you were walking into, everything is running smoothly. You don't have a million emails, just going, maybe take a nap first thing in the morning, right?
Here's the thing. Everything was running smoothly. All right. I had no issues with the actual work part of it. It was the going to work and being at work and surrounding myself with work. Mm-hmm. That's, Ray, the demons, they started to creep in, right? Those dark thoughts, they started to creep in, and I just wanted to go home and be with my kids. I did not want to be at work. I did not want to be where I was. It took me 2.5 days to clear my head and get back in the mindset. And I had lunch with Mama Rem today. She came down to have lunch with me, and it was very refreshing to have my mother there and make me feel better. But it got me to thinking, that, I spent a year and a quarter, like going to see a therapist regularly. That's another word I can't say very well. Regularly. And I worked on a lot of things that made me feel like that. And I've been doing really well. We have our ups and downs, right? But I've been doing well by reminding myself that I can choose not to feel this way, right? But that's just me. Everybody's different, but this is me personally. But I want to, send a message of goodwill and hope to everybody that, yes, you are loved. Yes, I do care about you. And yes, it is okay to see a therapist when you're feeling down or you're feeling like nobody understands. You can see somebody. There are people there to help you through those things, whether it's somebody professionally or somebody close to you who offers a good ear and some kind words, right? All that stuff is there for you. Ray, if you ever need somebody to talk to, Ray, if you're ever feeling low, or you just need a friend, you got my number. You can give me a call. I'd prefer you text, but you can give me a call.
Oh yeah. Same here, buddy. Yeah.
All right, man.
Well, and just to piggyback on that, like that's what therapists are for. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to be like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, what, you need help? I mean, that's the thing. Like you take your car to the mechanic or what, I don't know what there's a bunch of analogies like that, but yeah, that's what they're there for. And that's, you know, it's perfectly acceptable to do that. There's nothing wrong with it. Yep.
Okay. So it's enough of that. One more thing. And then, we can talk all about your fun stuff is that, my son, and I love my kids to death. They're the best.
I love my kids, but
they're just the best. This is just a funny story. It's not.
Yeah.
But they do ruin vacations and TV time, and I gotta watch wrestling on a
so many
now.
things.
Yeah, but anyways, my son wants he needs a new hobby, right? He's looking for a new hobby, and he wants to learn how to cook. So he said, "Daddy, will you teach me how to cook?" And I said, "Absolutely. When I'm making dinner, you come on over. We'll cook together. It'd be fun." So I have a mortar and pestle. I like to grind my spices once in a while. I like to make my own seasonings or grind my garlic with some parsley. If you've ever done that, add it to your ground chicken and make some amazing chicken burgers. Grind up my herbs, grind up my, I like to grind things with my mortar and pestle. Yeah. So what I also like to do is like buy some like coarse sea salt and grind that and use that as my salt, right? And
you can buy that in that size already, right?
Shut up, Ray. I have a whole thing of coarse salt I was using for something else, and now I'm grinding it into salt. So fuck off. But my son tonight, he decided that he wanted to, grind my salt for me. So I'm just laying on the couch trying to take a nap, and he's pounding away with my mortar and pestle, and he brings it over to me. He said, "Look what I did," and I'm like, "Hey, bud." That's sugar.
Yes.
So we put the sugar away, and then I got the salt out, and I had him grind up the salt for me, and he put it into its container. And then I'm back on the couch, and he comes back over to me. He says, "Hey, Daddy, look what I made. I made seasoning for you." And I'm like, "You made seasoning for me?" He's like, "Yeah, I put onion salt, parsley flakes, paprika, and what was the other thing he put in there? I can't, something else. I can't remember. And he was grinding away on it, and I tasted it. I'm like, "Oh man, that's really good." But before that, I just started laughing. I haven't laughed that hard. He's out there, he's pounding away, making spices. And I'm just on the couch. I look over at him, and I just started I'm just laughing now. He's just mixing shit together and just grinding away.
He's just having the time of his life. Well, what's funny is this is like you saying that he's just grinding away and pounding things. It's like how old is your boy? Is he old enough to be masturbating yet? Like, it's the same thing as when a boy learns that he can jerk off. He literally is like, "I'm going to try this. Hey, I'm going to try that. Hey, I'm wherever I am, I'm just going to do it." It's like the same exact thing. It's a complete parallel.
Glove. Yeah. I'm going to grab that cantaloupe over there. Yeah.
Like, I don't even care. Whatever it is. Look, a book. Whatever. Yeah. It's going to work.
I'll put two pillows together. All right.
Hey, this Italian margarita can? Like, whatever. I don't even know.
Cut it up, man. Oh, man. Oh, poor guy. All right. Well, that's been my week. It's been all right. How you doing, buddy? What's going on with you? I know you've been busy. God, I sound like shit tonight. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Man, yeah, I've just been working like a maniac. It's just a lot of stuff at work is pretty much all it is. It's all temporary. There's a lot of moving parts at work, so it'll pass. I haven't really done too much else than that. The thing that I did that was pretty fun was when I have had a little bit of chance to get home and, just hang out with the family. So have you ever played that game, Watch Your Mouth?
I've never heard of it until tonight.
Oh, okay. So we ran across this, like my wife and I ran across this, maybe it was on Facebook or whatever, some video online, right? Of these people playing this game. And it's like a 4 people or whatever sitting at this table. And so, when you go to the doctor and they want to take pictures, not necessarily x-rays, but pictures of your mouth, and they put those things in the front of your mouth, and it pulls your mouth really far open so they can see in there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Okay. So it's basically that, but these are plastic, but you just put those inside your mouth. They come in different sizes, And then I don't know if there's really any point to the game other than you just try and guess what the other person's saying. Like that's it. But you have to say this phrase on the card with that in your mouth.
With that
so
shit
you,
in your mouth.
You can't. Yeah. So it's really hard to understand people. But anyway, so we were playing that and just cracking up. So like my wife is, so Stella, she's only 6. She can't read some of these words. I mean, some of these are longer words, right? So my wife's just whispering the words to her and then she's trying to say them. And like we're all just crying laughing because her voice is super cute and tiny and squeaky and oh my God. But anyway, so I recorded some of this, got them to record some stuff and, thought that it would be fun to play them for you and see if you can guess what they are. Cause I know what they are.
Okay. So going forward, Ray, if you do get chosen to stick around after tonight's episode, you're going to have to learn how to, play these on your end.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So am I going in order here? Like from top to bottom?
Yeah. So I did both of my kids. You don't necessarily have to play them both. I would play Stella's first, play the second one if you want, but, I think Kaylee, my older, I think her voice is a little easier to understand. So that might be like a nice little clue for you. But yeah, you could just go in order there if you want.
All right. Let's open with, we'll do something that you can hear.
Stickers.
What?
Yeah, that one.
All right.
Try it again.
Has stickers. Has stickers.
Captain Picard?
No.
What is it?
Try the other one, the Kaylee one.
Okay.
See if that helps. Okay.
All right, here we go. Open with media play.
Fuzzy swears. Fuzzy swears.
Harvey swears?
It said fuzzy slippers.
Oh, fuzzy slippers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next one's ILL?
Okay. Yeah, try that one.
All right. This is Stella.
Yeah.
I want a nap.
Think of Steve Carell and Anchorman.
All right. Let me do Kaylee.
I love lamp.
I love lamps.
Yeah, I love lamp. Yep, there you go.
Okay. All right, we got another one here. This is MP Stella. All right. Oh, boy. Nope. Let's try Kaylee. Jesus Christ.
This one. Okay. What's one of your favorite foods? Snacks. I picked this one on purpose.
One of my favorite snacks?
Yeah.
I like Chips Ahoy cookies. Cheez-Its.
This is something you talked about on Triple T. How about this? I don't know if you can see that.
I did. Movie popcorn.
It's backwards. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Play it again. Play it again and see if you see it.
All right. Hold on. Be quiet. Yeah, I can hear it now.
Okay. So do the Stella PDFOP.
All right. What? All right, I got to listen to Kaylee. Stella's, I can't. Yeah. All right, we're going to here. We're going to go here. All right, let me try again. Stop making noise. Something full of poo?
Yeah. What's normally full of poo? That'll give you I don't know.
Toilet?
It's pampered diapers full of poo.
Oh, Jesus. You're gross.
Hey, that's what's on the cards, man.
So
okay.
You shove that thing in your mouth.
Yeah. And you're just trying to say the phrase.
All right. So what do you have? Like, you have a certain amount of time you have to guess, or do you get points, or how does that work?
Yeah, there's one of those little sand timers.
Yeah. Okay. Who won?
Do the FG, the one of the top ones, but the Stella one.
All right. I don't have the full file description. Let me open it up. Nope,
the FGOABMAF.
You fucking badass motherfucker. All right, we're doing Stella? All right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, open. We're going to go.
The honey daddy at the egg I can hide.
A lot of swears.
The best part about this too is like the person has their mouth like wide open and you see them struggling to do it. So I guess visually that does add to it, but play it one more time and then I'll tell you what it is because it's pretty funny.
A honey yard, a egg I can hide.
Clueless,
okay,
man.
so let me tell you what it is and then you play it one more time and you'll hear it.
Okay.
It is the fattening glory of a Big Mac and fries.
Oh.
That's why. Yeah, play it one more time.
All right.
A honey yard, a egg I can hide.
Oh, it's funny.
All right.
Do really quick. Do the last one, the outtake one.
Oh,
because that's the one about the pamper diapers full of poo.
Yep. All right.
Play that one.
All right. See, Ray, I'm not ready. So hold on. We're going to get it. And I'm going to talk slow like this. You can make
Wait, what is it?
Pamper diapers full of poo. Her and Stella in the background. Yucky.
Wait, what is it?
Pamper diapers full of poo. It's literally just us goofing around. Anyway, it's pretty funny. We had a good time playing that.
Well, thanks for sharing, Ray. See, kids are great.
Yeah.
Kids.
They are.
Kids are great.
They really are. And it's fun. We're just sitting there, just able to just hang out on the couch. I mean, there's no competitive nature to it really. Like you have the timer, but obviously it's really hard to understand them. And so, I mean, you could spend a long time trying to understand either of those girls try and say something. It's fun. If you guys ever have the chance to play that game, it is really fun to just, you got some friends and, sit around and try and figure out what the other person's saying. It's a good time.
Why don't you, see if you can get a sponsorship from them?
Oh, let's do it.
I would like to quit my job. Yeah. So the more patreon.com/Rich Dickman. And so I would like to, sit around my house. I would like to, look at my two monitors here. I like to talk to Ray. I like to record that talk with Ray and put it out on the internet for you. So there you go.
And that be you get paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Oh man, that would be wonderful.
Let's move on here. All right, Ray. Tell me about I Love My Butt.
I love happy hour, but it is kind of early in the day. It just makes me want to go to bed early. And I don't necessarily need to always go to bed early. I mean, it'd be nice to, but I mean, I don't need to be drinking that early in the day.
Happy hour kind of lost its meaning some point in 1996. All right. Where it used to just be you come in for happy hour from 5 to 6 or 6 to 7, whatever it was. You come in for an hour, you get half price drinks, some chicken wings, and you have a good time. After work, work ends at 4:30. Hey, let's go to Fritos, and we go to the bar at 5 o'clock for happy hour. We have a couple of buds, $2 each, get a bucket of wings, and, then go home to our wives and kids and sit on the couch and do nothing the rest of the evening. Okay. Happy hour is something entirely different now. You can have an entire restaurant dedicated to happy hour these days because happy hour somehow goes from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. All right. And then for happy hour, like you don't even get any specials anymore. All right. You don't get a bucket of chicken wings for 25 cents. You get a Bud Light for $2.50 and maybe like a small serving of French fries for $1. Like that's happy hour these days. There's really nothing interesting going on with happy hour. You don't see any promotions for happy hour other than football. And in that case, it's not even happy hour. It's happy 6 hours of football. So I love happy hour, but the whole concept has been destroyed.
Absolutely. Well, so when I at work, so my immediate superior, he is Australian. So my boss is Australian, and our CEO is from out of the country. And my boss, he actually has worked in like the UK and other places like that, right? Where they commonly will drink just like at lunch, right? So there's a pub down the street. So every once in a while we go over there and we'll have like a beer or two at lunch, which goddamn, like, I mean, on the one hand, it's great, right? Go and hang out, have a drink. On the other hand, like I get back to the office and I'm like, I need a nap. Like I'm feeling it. And anyway, so it's one of those like, yeah, that from that perspective, it's like, I don't need that too early in the day. It just ruins the rest of the day. I feel sluggish and I feel like nothing's getting done. And it's like, why did I have that? And then it ruins it.
Right. Happy hour wasn't about getting drunk. Happy hour is about relaxing and unwinding after work and then going home to deal with all the rest of the bullshit. Yeah. So you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like they have a special at lunch. So it's only like $10. I mean, for like a burger and fries and whatever it is. So, I mean, that's a good deal. On the other hand, like I get back to the office and I'm like, oh man, like I'm definitely ready for a nap.
Well, and, you don't go back to the office after happy hour. That's the thing. So with happy hours extended from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
You go back to work after. Happy hour was 5 to 6 or 6 to 7.
Well,
you get off work.
And when people used to
hour.
work 9 to 5, right? So you work 9 to 5, whatever it is. You get off at 5. Well, yeah, happy hour from 5 to 6. Perfect timing, right? But nowadays, no one works 9 to 5. Everyone works all the time. You're always on the clock.
We're always working.
That's why they changed the happy hour, right? But then if you do get off at 5 and you show up, if it's 4 to 7, I mean, yeah, you're right. Like you're there for hours. And not only that, but you're like, well, where's the specials? Like it's not even good.
There was this new sushi place that opened up in Middletown that, we're looking 10, 12 years ago at this point. And they had happy hour. It was actually real happy hour. Well, almost real. It was like 4 to 6 was their happy hour. Even though it's 2 hours, they called it happy hour. And you'd get, there was certain beers you'd get for like $2. And then all the sushi was half price. So your $5 rolls became $2.50, right? So guess what happened? Lots of people showed up for half price sushi. Guess what also happened? Half price sushi did not last very long. Happy hour went away very quickly because they were losing lots of money.
Oh man. I remember it was a long time ago, at least 10 years ago. Anyway, the Sacramento Kings are over here before they moved to their new arena. But they were like super excited because the game that they were going to be hosting was going to be on ESPN. And so everyone in town knew. They were like, they have dollar beer night. So everyone wanted to go. It was like they're basically the place is trying to sell out. So when the cameras pan to the crowd, it's all sold out, right? Now, when everyone got there, they realized that there was the catch. Right? Well, one, it wasn't regular sized beers. They were just those little tiny cups, like a shot glass, basically. Yeah. So, and they'd only sell you 2 at a time. So basically by the time you got back in line, it's like you might as well just stay in line the whole time. Right. Yeah. And not only that, and there was a different line for those too. And then they only served them until halftime. So everyone's like, what the fuck, man? Like, so anyway, yeah, it's like, I feel like that's happy hour where they're like, yes, it's happy hour. And then you get there and you're like, this isn't near what I thought it was going to be. Like it's super disappointing.
Ray, how do you feel about drinking with your coworkers?
Well, for me, it's not a big deal because it's literally just a couple of us in the office. And like I literally went to lunch yesterday or the day before with my president, our CEO, with my boss, me and like a couple of people.
Humble brag. And, Jesus.
And we're literally like, 3 of the 4 of us were having a beer at lunch. So it's not like they really care. Obviously, we're not getting shit-faced going back to the office and being like, hey, yeah, I'll be buying a bunch of stuff or whatever. It's not, we're not getting out of hand. But I mean, it is like you have a drink. Obviously, are people that are doing like operating machinery or just working with their hands, like with equipment or something like none of them should be doing that. So on the one hand, I feel like it's bad.
I don't necessarily mean during work. I mean just like with coworkers
outside
in
of work?
general. Yeah. Like I haven't done it often. I've had a few jobs where I have, right? And now you know me, right? When I have a couple in me, I'm a good time. I'm really fun to be around. People enjoy my company because I loosen up and I can tell jokes and I'm very personable. I'm a very good human being. I'm very good at being human when I have a few drinks. All right. So I feel like when I'm out with coworkers, I get to show that side of me. But then all of a sudden I realize, maybe they shouldn't see that side of me. They need the working side of me. Like maybe, or was I too flirty with that one girl? Or what did she mean when she said that to me? I start to second guess everything that I ever did. So while it's fun to show that side, it's also, I overthink it after it's all over with. That's why I don't do it much.
Yeah, and I try and avoid that as well. Like I literally don't do it with anybody that's not working in the office. Any of our people that are non-office people, I won't even do that with them because basically everyone in the office is management and the other people are I don't know, peons or something, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that's not exactly true. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I avoid that at all costs pretty much.
Yep, peons. All right, very good, very good. Happy hour. Either should go back to being actual happy hour or should go away completely because the concept's been so bastardized. It's just not the same anymore. All right.
Oh,
this is the voicemail bumper. This is the bumper on your left. And this is the bumper on your right. This is a badass guitar riff. And finally, here's your voicemails.
Press 1. I don't know what this is about, but he's going to make them leave you alone. Press the numerical button 1. Press 1. You dealt with enough. You've been through enough. This ain't going to happen again. Oh, press the numerical button 1. Now I got a word. Press 1.
If you wish to no longer receive these messages, please hit the option 3 now.
He's really desperate to get a hold of me. Like, this doesn't stop.
Yeah. You know what? I wish that I could get that guy to be my voicemail. You know, when you call and I'm like, hey, this is Ray. Can't come to the phone right now if you leave your name and number. But that guy, and he's like, leave a message at the, like right now. Just, that would be amazing.
You've reached Ray, and Ray isn't here to answer the phone right now, but I swear to you, if you press the numerical button 1, press the numerical button 1 now, and leave your name and your number, Ray will call you back. If you no longer receive these messages, please press 1.
Yeah, if you would not like to leave a message, please hang up now. Oh, that would be incredible. I just want that guy for a lot of stuff. Maybe just to like call people, just give them, I have the pre-recorded message. All I need to do is just tell him something. You just put it into like okay. His voice would be so much cooler than like Siri, right? Or
oh yeah.
You type it in, and then he says it, like whatever you type in, that voice says it. Holy smokes, I could have so much fun with that. So you just need to send someone a message. Like I could just send you a voicemail directly and then you could just listen to it.
Now playing Penny Underbust on YouTube. Press the numerical button 1 now.
Yeah. Oh man. Just, endless fun. Endless fun if I could do that.
I have so many questions about that guy. I want to know what he looks like. I want to know how tall he is. I want to know what, is he recording that on a phone or does he have a microphone he's using? Like, and you know what? I want to know who's disrespecting me in their thoughts. Actually, I actually want to know that. I want to know who's stealing money from me and all the other stuff he's told me.
Yeah. I want to know his sources.
Yeah.
I want to figure out where he's getting this information. Is someone calling him and saying like, dude, this Rim guy, like fucking hate this Rim guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I have so many bad thoughts about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, okay, writes that down. He's like, not a problem. I've taken this note. And then he's like, I'm going to call Rem right now. So,
Rem, I must talk to you. I must press the numerical button 1 now. Press it now.
So fucking stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce this week's finalists for Dick of the Week. And here's our first nominee.
No, wait. God, fuck me. God damn it. You screwed me up. I blame you. I blame you. Right.
That's fine. I'll take all the blame.
Hello, it's the Rich Dickman Show. I just want to say, Remgar and Ray, you guys have been doing great. This week's nomination for Dick of the Week is the guy in the black BMW. Or should I say, this should pretty much go out to all people who drive black BMWs. Because for some strange reason, it seems specifically
I used to drive a black
that
BMW.
color of BMW where they're always dicks. So this is how the story goes. I'm driving down the road and there's a merge on the right-hand side of the expressway. You think this would be a sign for people merging in on the highway to merge left with the rest of the traffic within a quarter mile. But no. This guy who's on the cell phone, of course, by the way, in a black BMW decides he wants to take and ignore that rule. So I'm driving down and he's driving, trying to merge in. Now there's a person behind me who slows up and allows the guy to drive and merge behind me. This guy, still on the cell phone, doesn't want that spot for some odd reason. He pulls up and he's still even with me, and he goes up to his window and he motions that he wants to get in front of me. I motion to him, there's a spot behind me, get back there. No, the guy decides he doesn't want to do that. It's not good enough for him to merge behind me. So what does he do? He takes and he steps on the pedal and he runs over about 4 or 5 cones and tries to jam himself right in front of me. So I let him get away with this. And he's dragging the cone up under his car for the next quarter mile. Well, as I'm looking forward and looking into his car, he's still on the cell phone. And there comes a point to where traffic slows down and actually eventually comes to a stop. This guy has to bend over and pick up something down on the floor of the car, which he totally stops the car for and backs up traffic for. Mind you, he's still on the cell phone. Anyway, this lasts for about 30 seconds, and now there's a big gap in front of him, of course, because he's holding up the entire highway. I don't know what more to say then. As I said, this guy definitely deserves Dick of the Week. Anyway, this is Svensson here, and that's my nomination for Dick of the Week. Remgar, Ray, keep up the good work, guys. Take care and have a good week.
Thanks, Svensson.
Hey, Remgar and Ray, Svensson here. I'm calling with another Dick of the Week nomination. This week, I'm going to go with the police officer that arrested me. And let me tell you why. I chased this guy in his black BMW to his apartment, and I watched him get into his apartment. So I got my black baseball bat out of my trunk. And so I walked up the stairs to his apartment. I knocked on the door, and I said, "It's Domino's." And so he opened and let me in because he thought he was getting a pizza, this dumbass. So I walked into his house, and I beat the shit out of him with a baseball bat for being an asshole on the road. Well, lo and behold, he went and called the cops, and I got arrested. Can you believe that? What a Dick of the Week. Keep up the great work.
Hey, you know what? Okay, I got an idea. Svensson, you need to, you know how they have like neighborhood watch? You need to create the Dick Patrol. And all you do is go around and give people dick citations. Like reckless driving, hassling old ladies. Just, you know what I mean? Like there's plenty of things. And just be like, here's your dick citation. Just write people up. I mean, and just be like, the Dick Patrol owned you. I mean, I don't see how this could backfire.
Ray, you may have bought yourself another 10 episodes with that idea. That is brilliant.
Svensson has the best submissions. They're just fucking so awesome.
So it's not limited to just Svensson, everybody. If you want to be part of the Dick Patrol, go ahead. Just write up all the people who are being dicks and call us and tell us about it.
Oh, absolutely. So I will say, my last car was a black BMW. So sometimes I feel like Svensson like saw me at some point and maybe he's having a flashback and he's like, you know, this guy, fuck it. Like maybe I say something on the podcast and it triggers a memory in his mind. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, it's that time that we just randomly crossed paths. And he's like, I just have this feeling that this happened. Maybe he like blacks out for a minute. And then next thing you know, he's calling in, recounting this memory, not realizing it's a memory, but it was our encounter unbeknownst to either of us.
You know, it saddens me to hear what a racist Svensson is against black BMWs. You know, black BMW lives matter, dude. I don't know what your problem is. Not everybody who drives one is a dick. I mean, Ray is a dick, but I mean, he's not the guy who ran you over.
I'm a good dick. I just drive fast.
Good dick. Yeah. Svensson, thank you so much for your submission. It's looking like, we're actually going to get Huell Hauser, when he gets vacation from the Muslim Brotherhood. He might be coming out east.
Vacation.
First half of next year, first half of 2020. So like,
once he earns enough paid time off.
Yeah.
So once he accrues enough hours.
What's nice about only having 7 listeners is that we can try to gather all 7 listeners to come out east and hang out. We can have a Huell Con or a Dick Con. No, Dick Con doesn't sound right. That'll probably attract other people. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. We'll call it Dick Con. We'll have everybody over.
This is so off the rails already. I love it. Dick Con. And we can, you know what? We've got our own security if we can get Svensson out there and he can just be the dick patrol.
Yeah, tell him to bring Silvio and beat people with rocks. That'd be awesome.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Right. Yeah, that's the muscle right there. Oh, yeah,
okay,
dude.
Number two. And you put this in here, thank you. It's the people who continue to share their bodily fluids with store products and post on social media. I told you last week,
fucking bitch ass motherfuckers.
You're all like, oh, you got to look at the situation and what she was thinking at the time, and we have to understand her feelings, and we have to understand her background and her socioeconomic environment, and we have to be sympathetic to those things because she didn't do it to be bad. She just did it because she felt peer pressure and she wanted to fit in, and we have to understand that and accept everything. No, Ray. No, we don't. She needs to go to jail for a very long time. And every single motherfucker who messes with my products at the store needs maximum prosecution. This needs to stop, Ray.
Okay, let me give you a lesson in how to make fun of someone. You have to be like this. We need to be nice to them. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do like that.
I like my way better.
I had a friend that literally, but no. Okay. So check here. Here's my original stance was like that girl.
I want you to apologize to me.
No. So she like licked it and put it back as she wasn't like it, to me. She didn't realize what she was doing. She was just oblivious.
Oh, come on.
That's how I felt about that one. God. Okay. No.
I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
Regardless. Whereas, like, you see the guy, like, spits in the Arizona iced tea. Like, that's, like, he's, like, intentionally spitting in there. Or the person that, was that person that, like, got the mouthwash and, like, put it back. I mean, they're trying to one-up it. And what I'm saying is the first person wasn't trying to be insanely malicious. They ended up triggering this whole event. But the other people upped the ante, which is that those people are... They've already seen that people don't like it. They know it's wrong. It's like fucking stupid. All of it's bad. But the people that are seeing this and trying to like one up it, that's even worse.
Yeah, that Dick Patrol goodwill that you created is slowly going away. So, watch what you're saying here. All right.
Hey, Svensson, if you could start patrolling supermarkets for these people, if you catch one of these people in the act, oh my God.
Yeah. Can you interview them? That'd be awesome. So Ray, like, I understand you're trying to be, a little bit understanding, right? I get it. But there can be in this world. I had this conversation with Mama Rem today. There is no understanding in the world we live in anymore. There is no room for nuance in a discussion. All right. People have their opinions and they refuse to change them. Not only do they refuse to change their opinions, they refuse to listen to the argument. And that is the saddest state that we have been in as a society in a very long time. We refuse.
Sorry, what'd you say? She shouldn't be punished at all. I wasn't listening to what you said. What'd you say? She shouldn't be punished. She was innocent.
Fuck you, Ray. Good luck finding a new show next week. All right. Up next.
Well, no. So let me get this in real quick. So again, that was my initial reaction to her. The more I'm seeing these people do it, the more I'm leaning toward she was doing something that she knew was wrong. But it was that whole video. I still didn't get the vibe that she was being really horrible. Whereas definitely these other people are. And I mean, it's fucking nasty that they do that. I liked Arizona iced tea and I don't even want to drink it anymore.
All right. Let's see if this will play. This is our next nominee. If you can't hear this, tell me and I'll stop playing it. Okay. From TMZ.
I got it.
Hey, I've got some bad news. Uh-huh. You're not the most famous saxophonist of the moment.
Oh, the guy with the cows?
Kenny G, LAX. Talk to him about this guy going viral online right now. He's a saxophonist, and he's only beginning...
What the fuck is that?
Saxophonist? Well, why are we buffering?
And so instead of playing to real people, he goes and plays for cows. And the cows love it.
Love it.
All the cows come over.
This is
insane.
Oh my God.
So I say, why do you think the cows are like attracted to this music of the saxophone? Like,
I'm not even sure that even sounds like a saxophone.
What a dick.
Oh my God. He's throwing shade on this guy?
Kenny G goes.
I would say, another 75 years.
Oh.
At like 5 or 6 hours a day.
Oh, really?
And then maybe you could go somewhere from there.
My God.
Why would he do that?
Respect to Kenny G.
I want them to have a sax off.
I think it's sax
and see where the cows go.
With ears, Kenny G is way better than
to change the nomination here, Ray. I think the nominee should be TMZ for being a bunch of assholes and taking a joke that Kenny G was obviously making by the laughing that he was doing and making it a news story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and TMZ's fucking garbage. They're so dumb. I never found that entertaining at all. Like, I literally watched them and I'm like, ooh, when it comes on, I'm like, this isn't fun.
It's terrible. This guy ambushes Kenny G in an airport and says, hey, what do you think about this guy playing saxophone to the cows? And the saxophone isn't that great. The guy obviously doesn't have the 72 years of practice that Kenny G has, but Kenny G is clearly making a joke. He's laughing at the end of it. And these guys are reporting on it like, oh, Kenny G throws shade on amateur saxophonists. And what is a saxophonist? A saxophonist? What the hell did he say? What did he call it? No, so this
saxophonist.
Saxophonist, that's it. So yeah, we're nominating TMZ.
What the fuck? All right. Yeah, a bunch of dumbass. They don't even know how to say saxophonist.
Saxophonist.
Jesus goddamn Christ.
Hey, Maddie, get your shit together in your country to say saxophonist right, okay? All right. Now, Hot Drummer News Babe is back after her vacation to give us a couple nominations as well. And I will run through these. There are two here. Number one is Wisconsin man gets jailed for clogging women's toilets from July 2nd, 2019 in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. A Wisconsin man has been sentenced to 150 days in jail for repeatedly clogging women's toilets, including at places he worked. 35-year-old Patrick Beeman pleaded no contest to 5 counts of misdemeanor criminal damage to property. The state recommended a 30-day sentence for the crime, but Sheboygan Press Media reports that Judge Kent Hoffman on Monday gave Beeman 30 days for each count to be served consecutively. The Sheboygan man was also ordered to serve 3 years of probation and pay $5,500 in restitution. Prosecutors say Beeman told police he gets urges to do odd things, like look for bottles in the garbage to clog toilets and cause them to overflow. Police found a toilet in the women's bathroom at Deland County Community Center clogged by a plastic bottle last March, and an incident similar to 10 others beginning in 2017. So this asshole likes to clog toilets in women's bathrooms.
Oh my God. Well, that's really funny. The clogging of things is some nice foreshadowing for some upcoming content later in the podcast. But I think that the real dick is Wisconsin. Why do they have women's toilets? Why do they have women's and men's? Why can't they just be unisex?
Exactly, Ray.
Get with the times, Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're all the same.
2019.
Women can pee sitting or standing. It doesn't even matter. They can do what they want. All right. And men can pee sitting or standing as well. Matter of fact, every once in a while when it's early in the morning, I like to sit. So there.
I always sit. That way I can take my time and get on my phone and text you or people.
Yeah. Oh, my man, you're so sweet. All right. And the next story that she sends to us. Police, woman throws snake at driver in carjacking. July 9th, 2019 from Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh my God.
Police say a woman stole a vehicle after throwing a snake at the driver, then crashed through barricades set up for a pole vaulting exhibition in South Carolina.
It's like straight out of like a skit on SNL. Like, where does this come from?
In a statement,
you can't make this up.
Greenville police identified the suspect as 29-year-old Hilmary, Hilmary, Hilmary Moreno Barrios. They say she was hurt in Friday's crash and released from the hospital Monday. Authorities say Moreno Barrios demanded a woman's keys and threw a live black snake at her. They say she then drove the stolen SUV with the snake still in it into barriers set up for the Liberty Bridge jump-off. Moreno Barrios is charged with carjacking, malicious damage to property, and 5 traffic violations. It wasn't known whether she had a lawyer to contact for comment on her behalf. Police say the snake wasn't venomous and was released in nearby woods. They should have tagged on an animal cruelty charge, says Mars. This is another case of like we had the meth-fueled squirrel a few weeks ago. You know, maybe that snake had something in it. I don't know that it wasn't venomous. It's probably dead now. It's probably dead. Anyways, South Carolina, everybody. South Carolina. All right. Ray, we've got Svensson's black BMW. We've got assholes who are sharing their bodily fluids with products. Kenny G, TMZ for being mean to Kenny G. Dude who's clogging women's toilets, and the woman who threw a snake. What do you think?
So I think the actual dicks are people continuing to share their bodily fluids, but probably my favorite one is probably Svensson's.
Okay. Really, you want to take it from Hot Drummer News Babe this week, huh? Even though she came back, after vacation. Now, granted, she didn't tell us she was going on vacation, and we had 2 weeks without Svensson and 2 weeks without HDNB.
Okay. Well, let me plead my case here.
Okay.
The reality is she dialed up 2 winners here. Like, she finds amazing stuff, so I can't pick between them. So I'm forced to, they cancel each other out. So I got to go elsewhere. But she constantly has amazing stories. I love it. When can we get her on? Because it would be awesome to figure out like where she finds these, how she's like the ex-journalist. Oh my God. She's so interesting.
Ray, I don't know when we can have her on because last time we had her on, she told me her birthday was a certain day. And then when she tells me it's a different day, she says, I was drunk the last time I was on. I don't know if I can trust her to tell me the truth, Ray. Actually, we can have her on whenever you want. Hey, HDMB, hit me up when you want to come on, and we'll get it. Next week is producer Ryan though, so it can't be next week.
Was that a fake news joke right there that you made?
No, I don't make fake news jokes to HDMB. HDMB is a dear personal friend of mine, and I won't make jokes like that. Know your audience.
I just thought it was like a news and fake news joke.
Know your audience, Ray. Jesus, are you trying to get me in trouble here? Good friend of mine. I don't have many of them.
Sure, why not? No, I wasn't saying... Anyway, it came out wrong.
All right, Ray. Strike 2.
But if we could get her on, that would be awesome because she's super interesting.
See, to go with the funny answer here, I would like to nominate TMZ. I would like to select TMZ to be the dick of the week for, because Kenny G is a wholesome, wonderful man, and he should never be characterized as anything but. You know what? It's true. The people who continue to share their bodily fluids with products are the dicks of the week.
After much deliberation, the incredibly handsome expert judges have come to the consensus that this week's Dick of the Week award goes to...
And I just got a text from Rich Dickman himself, and he agrees with us. It's the people who share their bodily fluids with products at the store.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about you, though.
They're, well, he already did. You're just withholding the information from me.
This is a bumper for the Dick Tips segment.
Because Ray wanted an excuse to make his voice sound cool and talk about himself in the third person.
These may be the very last times we hear these bumpers, because if you're not on the show, Ray, I'm not going to play them.
And that's fine. I mean, unless you find another host and you just call him Ray, or maybe their name is Ray.
That's fine. I mean, when Huel left, he wanted me to call the new host Huel and just pretend like Huel never left. And, out of respect for Huel, I couldn't do that. But, all right, Huel, what do we got here for Dick Tips?
Well, that might work because my voice isn't as gruff as his. So maybe I could be like, this is Huel, but I now identify as a woman. It's enough of a change that it might work. I had an operation. So Dick Tips. How do you go to a winery and enjoy yourself, even when you have no interest in wine?
All right. Who's this from?
Jerry.
Jerry. Okay. Jerry lives where?
Northern Massachusetts.
Okay. Northern Massachusetts. There's east and west, and not northern, you stupid asshole. Okay, so Jerry from Northern Massachusetts. Now, so again, when we have these Dick Tips, Jerry, I need a little more information so I know what the situation is. Like, are you going with your wife?
I have the information. Just ask me. I have it right here.
All right, go ahead.
No, you asked the question. I probably have it written down here.
Is he going with a group of friends? Is he going with a social group? Is he going with a wife or a girlfriend? Like, who's he going with?
He's going with their friends, and his best friend's sister's grandma. She didn't have anyone to watch her at the care home, so she's tagging along.
Okay. All right. So how do you go to a winery and enjoy yourself? Okay. So here's the thing about wineries, Jerry, is that typically you find your wineries in your vineyards on a really big, beautiful open space, and there's a lot of scenery to enjoy. And a smart vineyard will have a restaurant very close or even on the property. So now, first of all, why don't you have any interest in wine? Like, what are you, some fucking asshole? Like, everybody loves wine. Wine is the first alcohol ever invented. Okay. Wine, Jesus was drinking wine. All right. I mean, Jesus, they fucking cleaned the stigmata from Jesus with wine. All right. That's how they sterilized the holes in Jesus' hands is with wine. And they bathed his dead body in wine. And then he rose again 3 days. So wine is literally, the nectar of the gods. All right. So I don't know how you don't enjoy wine. That being said, there are plenty of things to do at the winery to enjoy yourself. The process of picking the grapes and packaging the grapes and then squeezing the grapes. Do the people do the barefoot stomp, or do they use a grape press? You know, there's also the little contraption they use to remove the skins and the stems, so you don't have that in your grape juice. And then there's the fermentation process. So they have to barrel all this shit up and they have to store it somewhere. That's all pretty interesting when you're out with a group of friends. I went to a brewery once, and even though it was a very small local brewery, it was still fascinating to see the different stages of beer. So you got to enjoy the science of it. Bill Nye would, and he's not even a scientist, and he would love the science of it.
He's not a scientist. Oh yeah, he's not a scientist. He's a science guy. I get that.
He's a science guy, but he's not a fucking scientist. His degree is like in performance or performing arts or some bullshit. I'm gonna look that up while you give me your thoughts.
That's a really good. I just need to get business cards that say something like rocket scientist guy, rocket science guy, something like that. I would say the best way, like, somewhat agreeing with what you said, as far as there's got to be food somewhere. You get something to eat. You know, usually they got something that's pretty good there. Well, it's either going to be really good or it's going to be really bad, and they know it's really bad, but they're like, everyone's going to get drunk, so it doesn't have to be good, which unfortunately you're at a really shitty winery and you should just leave. But outside of that, I would say you just try and get as many drinks in you as you can and just let loose. And you know what? If you get super fucking wasted and throw up everywhere, they're not going to invite you back next time, and then you're out of it for the future.
Yeah, right. You're cleared. You're cleared. You know what?
Yeah.
Jerry can't handle it, so let's not invite him this time. There's usually free tastings, so you can get pretty hammered. And listen, wine is pretty good. It's like drinking fruit juice, but it's got alcohol and a stronger taste in it, so I think it'd be okay. And also, Bill Nye has a mechanical engineering degree from Cornell, I don't know how sciencey that is, but he's definitely not a climate change scientist. So fuck that guy.
The Dr. Science Man guy.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So are we good here with Jerry? Jerry, you understand?
I think he knows what to do from here on out. Yeah.
Jerry, remember, if you write back, we just need a little more details so we know what we're up against. Because going to a winery with a group of friends is different than going with your wife or a girlfriend. And if it's a first date, like, you need to get up on your wine so you can impress her, right? You don't want to show up at a winery with a girl for the first time and be like, I'll have the red. And then the chick is like, well, do you want Merlot? Do you want the Cabernet? Do you want the Pinot? I mean, what are you looking at? And you'd be like, mix all three. You don't, that's just gross. Get your shit together.
Yeah. It's like the person that is a suicide at the drinking fountain.
Yeah.
Which is, like we said, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah. Just imagine what do you think that they would do if you walked up and they're like, what do you want to try? And you're like, mix them all. What do you think they would even do?
Yeah, try them all at once in the same cup.
Get out. Get out.
Yeah. The thing is, like, wine people can be pretty snobbish. All right. So, I'm thinking you got this server who is, a fairly attractive young lady. And then, you, instead of impressing her with your wine knowledge, you're just like, yeah, mix all three. Just drink it all at the same time. Just give it to me in a frosted mug. Yeah. And that's not a good look.
Yeah. Security. Yeah. Silvio, get this guy out of here.
Yeah. So hit him with a rock. Yeah. So, but thanks for writing in, Jerry. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love the participation we have with our audience. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
What do you want to do next? You want to do Thinking with Your Dickman, or you want to go right into your Tinder? Probably should do Thinking with Your Dickman. I just read the question.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that works.
Hey guys,
that works.
It's time for the Thinking with Your Dickman segment. Send in your questions, and we'll give you some advice. For example, I was told that recording in a public restroom helps with sound quality, so here I am.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Yeah, what are you doing in here?
Maybe we'll be able to give you better advice than what that homeless guy gave me.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's a reason he's homeless, man. You know, and I know we're supposed to be compassionate and sympathetic to everybody, but there's a reason. You know, right? Especially if he's willing to give you advice.
Maybe he knows something we don't know, and he's like, I'm not going to get caught owning a home before the market crashes. Like, who knows?
You know a lot about homelessness because you live in California, and there's homeless people everywhere, I assume.
God damn it.
When I was in Seattle, for 2 summers. I went in 2000 and 2001. I was in Seattle. Beautiful city. A lot of homeless. I saw my favorite homeless person sign. It said, I ain't gonna lie, I just want a drink. You know what? I gave that man $5.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, when we were going to lunch the other day with, like a president, CEO, whatever, so
you rich fucking white people just walk by a bunch of homeless people.
I'm not white, okay?
Oh, that's right, you're Asian. I'm sorry.
So we're driving down this road, right? And me and my boss, who drive out of this area where there's usually a ton of homeless people camped out, we both look over and we're like, wow, there's like just cars in the parking lot right now. And so our CEO, who's actually from New Zealand, but he's like, what do you guys, and like, what are you guys talking about? We're like, oh, there's normally like a ton of homeless people right there. And he's like, oh, really? As we, get like a block further down the road, they just start showing up, right? One after the next. And they were just baffled by how many homeless people there were. And they were saying that, I can't remember where it was. Maybe it's on the East Coast, but apparently they just pick those people up and, I mean, I don't know what he said they do with them, but they relocate them somewhere.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, yeah, I was like, yeah, we just fucking build little areas for them or designate areas for them, which is terrible because it invites them all here.
Were you guys all driving black BMWs? I hope so.
Individually, yes.
Yeah, okay.
We're all linked together on Bluetooth.
And
we were trying to cut people off on the freeway.
Hey, California progressives, why don't you solve your homelessness problem first before telling the rest of the world how to live? Okay. Now, tell me about thinking with your Dickman here. What do we got?
So we got, after last week, John wrote in. This week, Jeff writes in.
Oh, good.
And he says, so Jeff writes in. He says, I'm 13 years old, and my dad says that if I masturbate too much, I'll go blind. Is that true? P.S. How will I know when it's too much? Will my vision start to fade, or will I instantly go blind?
Well, first of all, Jeff, thank you for listening to the Rich Dickman Show. You should not be listening to the Rich Dickman Show. So don't tell your dad. I don't want to get in trouble. But thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, second of all, I'm 38 and my vision's terrible.
Now, what's that due to? Do you work outdoors? Do you not wear sunglasses? Like, what do you?
No, my vision has been in a steady decline since I was in 3rd grade. So it's a very slow process, Jeff. All right, it doesn't happen instantly. It's causation is not necessarily correlation, or correlation necessarily, I don't know. But judging by this, maybe that's the reason. So how will you know? How will you know when it's too much? Well, it's hard to explain at this age, Jeff. How will you know when it's too much, right? Ray and I could say things like, you know what? You'll know. And that's the truth. You will know when it's too much.
When you know,
but
you know.
To understand that concept at the age of 13 is virtually impossible. Okay. You're just going to have a realization one day when you're 38 and you can't see anything without your glasses on, is that, you know what? Maybe it was too much, and maybe it's too late now. So you won't be instantly blind unless, Ray, if you have a different experience with this, but you won't be instantly blind. It will start to go slowly.
No, and you definitely won't go instantly blind, or else men would literally all be blind by the time they're what? Like 15?
We'd all be walking in the walls.
Like every man.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to leave the house. We're just walking in the walls, like falling down flights of stairs. It'd be bad. It'd be really bad.
Yeah.
You might want to limit your self-love to not 7 days a week, maybe 5. Take a couple days off to give your muscles time to recover. I mean, you're going to have really strong forearms by the time you're 15.
Like Popeye.
Yeah, like you can have Popeye. But what you'll notice is like if you're, depending where your dominant hand is, like I'm right-handed. When I was 15, my right forearm was noticeably bigger than my left forearm. And actually looking at it now, that kind of still is. So you got to remember to balance it out. Maybe 2 days in one arm, 2 days in the other. The third day, find a
Become
watermelon.
ambidextrous.
Yeah.
At the very least, it switches it up. It's like doing the stranger.
Yeah. One of the best things that ever happened to me, Ray, was when I was in, I think it was 8th grade, I broke my finger playing floor hockey. So I was forced to change it up a little.
Do you think that actually improved your coordination just in general?
Yes.
Because yeah, right. Like it just in general.
Ray, you're not a weirdo left-handed person, are you?
No.
Okay, thank God. All right, I hate left-handed people. But when you're dominant right like me, all right, it's very hard to use your left for anything. You have to be forced in that direction. So when my finger broke and I couldn't use my right anymore, I was forced into the left. And sometimes it's like developing mutant powers in the X-Men universe, right? You have to experience some sort of weird trauma in order to develop those powers. You saw the movie Deadpool, right? It's the same basic principle. You have to experience some sort of trauma to be able to use the non-dominant side of your body.
Weirdly and oddly enough, somehow Deadpool and masturbation are like, it just makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It just meshes together so well. Yeah. And, I would share a lot of stories with you if my dad didn't listen.
Oh no. See, I'm so glad. I love my mom. I'm so glad she doesn't listen anymore.
Speaking of my dad real quick, I did text him this week and said, hey, you might be right that I'm a centaur, but I identify as a minotaur. So there. And he said, well played.
Yeah. I saw you sent that to me.
So there you go.
I'm going to pull a Huel here. And I think, old Papa Ray should have some frank conversations with young Ray here about self-love and the proper way to take care of business.
Maybe I could sit down with him and we could have a conversation, record it.
Yeah. Talk about the masturbation.
When I was in, let me think about it. It was grade school. I think 5th grade, whatever, grade school, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever. When they had sex ed in that school, my parents actually pulled me out and I had to go, when they were talking about sex ed, go into a different room because my parents didn't want the teachers explaining it to me. They wanted to do it and they didn't want me to be
that's awesome.
Influenced.
Yeah. No, I actually, you know what? I respect that. I would prefer to do that with my kids because I don't trust what these crazy ass psychos are going to teach my kids. My son's already had a health class and, he's learned about puberty and stuff. I had a health class, my sophomore year in high school. Now I went to an all boys Catholic school for high school. All right. And that's where I went. And, this teacher's philosophy was, you know what? Let's get all the funny shit out of the way first, right? So once we started the sex course of health class, he had us all like, all right, so tell me all the dirty, funny words you can think of. And he would write them all up on the board. So words like, anything you think of. Penis wrinkle, fuck face, dick sucker, both C words, C dimple, all sorts of weird shit, right? Something I never even heard of. And we forced this teacher to write all these things on the board. So we could his philosophy was get the laughs out now so we could have our conversation later.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah. And we're all just sitting there giggling like a bunch of 15-year-olds, which we were.
Well, and see, like you were saying, you agree with that, or like how my parents did it. I sort of agree and I disagree in that, like, you can't hide people from the world. So at least teach them, maybe head it off at the pass. You get to them, you teach them early, and then, let them see what the world has to offer. Cause ultimately everyone's going to make their own decisions. You can't like make people.
Well, yeah.
Not that that's what my parents were doing, but like I didn't hear what the other people learned. So I only had the one point of view. And it, just in general, I think everyone should have all the information.
I want to be able to teach my kids all of the controversial shit. I don't want the teachers doing it for me because the teachers have the point of view from the Board of Education. All right. The Board of Education is setting the message the teachers are giving to these kids. And that message is whatever they determine it to be, right? Which isn't always the truth. So where I feel like I can present a more nuanced version of it, a more fair and balanced approach and point out things that are bad and things that are good at the same time without telling my son that everybody is exactly equal. No, there are differences between people, and that's okay. It's okay to be different. We should celebrate those differences. And celebrating those differences is what unifies us as a species. If we're all the same, nobody's special. But anyways, that's just me being a horrible person, I guess, Ray. I'm just an asshole.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, and my thing is like you should give your children all the options so that they can kind of sort of decide. Because as much as I would like to think that I know what's best for them, the reality is I look back and say, ooh, that wasn't necessarily right. So for me to be so arrogant as to say, I'm going to teach my kids what's right and no one else is, and therefore I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them hear all the information, tell them what my opinions are, my experiences, and let them make an informed decision. Right. That's ultimately what comes. Yeah. There's a lot of things I could say that is wrong. Like, I've been there, done that. That's wrong. Yep. Or that's right. But there's many things where it's like, I have a very strong opinion about this, but this is what the other side thinks. Just so you see both sides, make your own decision. I feel very strongly about that. But yeah, ultimately, I've been wrong about stuff, so opinions can change. So yeah.
Maybe you have. All right. No, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. We don't have a Ray's Tinder Adventures bumper, but we do have a Ray's Tinder Adventure. Ray, you want to preface this with anything before we get into it? Hot Drummer Newsbaby told me she loves these.
Oh, man. So, okay. So after you told me that she said that she likes these, one, I'm super curious as to why she does.
Because dudes are fucking creepy. That's why. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, but on the other hand, because I'm just curious from like the female perspective, what it's like, because, I wonder if this is how it really is as a female. Okay. So I'm on there with a mindset that I'm trolling these guys. I'm not going to give them anything, but my guess is that if a girl actually goes onto Tinder, she might actually potentially have some interest, at least at some point. I'm literally never going to meet any of these guys. I have no intention. So I'm 100%, just making jokes, being deflective, whatever it is, right? Whereas it's possible that a female, as much as she might go on there, she might find somebody that she's like, oh, actually this person, maybe I'll meet them. So anyway, so there's at least a little bit of a different perspective there. So it'd be really interesting to see what a female really thinks. As opposed to obviously what I'm experiencing.
Challenge accepted. Hot Drummer News Babe is going to get on Tinder and let you know what happens.
All right. Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'd be amazing.
So you're Brittany, right?
We can do whatever you want.
Well, no, you be Brittany because you know how you want this, and then I'll be Greg. Now, give me
yes.
Give me some deets on Greg. Like, what am I playing here? Is he a jock? Is he Asian?
I mean, if you want, I can look up his profile.
No. I don't
know is he was so he was a white looking guy, kind of like I swear to God, he just sent me a message 2 minutes ago. I fucking swear to God. No shit, dude. Okay.
Read that after.
I won't read it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Let's get into it.
So anyway, kind of a white looking nerdy kind of looking dude. Anyway. All right. Yeah. Okay. Ready.
Hi. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty well, thank you. Just watching TV before bed. Have to wake up for work at 6 a.m. What are you up to?
Just relaxing with a drink so I can have fun on Tinder.
LOL. Tinder's so stressful. You need a drink first?
Okay, fine. I'm drunk, but I can still have fun.
LOL. Trying to find someone to cuddle with.
Depends on how good a cuddler they are. I'm accepting resumes. I could also use a butler to attend to my many needs.
LOL. What kind of needs need attending?
Hey, I'm the interviewer here. I ask the questions. What are your buttering strengths?
I'm hopping in the shower. I'll wash your back if you'll wash mine. Well, I'm great at buttering biscuits or toast.
I meant butlering, but autocorrect won that argument. And do you use butter or margarine?
Only real butter, LOL. Have some needs you need taken care of? Meow.
My knees need kneading, since you keep saying need. Laughing emoji.
Smiley face. Need with a K? Some help? LOL.
How would you handle the situation if I was taking a shower and the drain clogged?
Are we both in the shower?
Not currently, no. Hypothetically, depends on how the interview goes.
I meant hypothetically because you're definitely not in the shower with me right now, LOL. Well, I think I'd ask you to bend over and examine it first. Jesus Christ.
I'd be able to tell that it was clogged without bending over.
I think I still need you to check. Make sure it's not just a shampoo cap or something, LOL.
Looks like it's full of hair. Typical.
Then I might step behind you and have a look.
You don't trust my word? An untrusting butler. That's one demerit.
Oh, I do. I just think we should have sex first and then unclog it, LOL. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10". What about you?
Oh, wide smile emoji. 6'3".
How do you feel about golden showers? And I mean the ones that are made of gold. Seems like a waste of money.
Never had one.
I bet they have drains that don't clog.
LOL.
Sorry, I am super tipsy.
LOL, no, it's fun. Still kneading your legs?
Yes, I got a little bruise on one knee.
God damn it.
Oh, and that was, we kept talking later. He basically like kept sending me messages all day yesterday and today that said like, meow, meow, meow.
What the fuck?
Meow, like constantly.
Was he a cat?
I don't even know,
Jesus
dude.
Christ. What did he just send you now? Was it meow?
Let me look. Hold on.
Right.
Yeah, let me see what he sent, because again, like it's crazy how often these guys actually just send messages and stuff like that. He said hello. So yeah, so Wednesday he said
ask him
LOL.
Ask him if
Hi,
he likes anal.
Meow. Meow. Hello.
Stop.
You want me to do it right now?
Yeah, ask him if he likes anal. And then when he says yes, you say, "Oh, good, I've always wanted to fuck a dude in the ass."
Oh my god, this is literally going to go from him thinking it's kind of funny to being like, whoa, what the fuck? Like,
Maybe,
I didn't respond to him for like 2 days, and then I asked him out of nowhere, do you like anal?
Yeah.
He's pegging. See, this is what doesn't work about this.
Pegging is an acceptable fetish. All right. So, you know what pegging is?
So, oh yeah, I do. No, so
yeah, you do.
This other, whoa, you took that, not how I'm distracted by my phone. So this other guy, yeah, maybe we'll get to that guy later. This other guy,
you will.
Oh man, these guys are crazy, dude. Fucking crazy.
While you're waiting for him to reply. Ray, your Tinder adventures are fantastic. Guys are super creepy, and thank God that I don't have to date online.
Well, and so not to defend them, I mean, it is on a dating / hookup app, so there is like a little bit of that going on. But even knowing that, it is insane. Like, I literally gave that guy nothing, right?
Yeah.
And he's still like, let's do it.
Yeah, he wants to fuck you after looking at your gender swapped Tinder pic. So
yeah,
if he ever responds to that, just go ahead and interrupt me. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go on a little thing here. All right, so we do have the 800-pound elephant in the room. I'm smacking my lips. Oh man, this stuff is fucking me up, and it's a good thing I waited to the end of the show.
That's a small elephant, by the way. An elephant's 800 pounds is tiny.
You know what, Ray? I'm not in the mood. So I did have a conversation.
That's all I do is sarcasm.
Rich Dickman and I, we talk fairly often. All right. My last name's Dickman. His last name's Dickman. I don't like to tell everybody all the time. And I think this is the first time I've mentioned it, but we are related. Okay. So I know Rich Dickman very well. He does fund the show and he does make all the decisions, and he asked me to host and be the host of his show and to choose a replacement for Huel, who I thought I could work with and that he would then finally approve of. And then we have you here. So Rich Dickman is very impressed with your work, Ray. He does like the effort you put into the bumpers, and he likes that you participate in the show notes, and he likes that you participate in the production of the show, and that you streamed it last week with us, Rich Dickman Show, twitch.tv/Rich Dickman Show, and that you're a willing collaborator. All right, and it's a far departure from my last co-host of Huel Hauser, where he just showed up sober or drunk, or whatever it was. He just showed up and we were able to tell stories. Okay. So it's a very different show now these days. And he appreciates that about you. There are times where he wishes, he could, reach through the screen and smack you a couple times. That's only when, you say stupid things like, the girl who licked the ice cream just didn't know what she was doing, but those are few and far between. Yeah. So Rich Dickman has told me, and he said, you know what, Rem, what do you think? What do you think here? And I said to Rich Dickman, listen, Rich Dickman, I really like Ray. Ray is a part of the show. I can text Ray and I will get an answer within an hour, unlike my last co-host where I would text him and I would not hear anything for 2 days. I don't have to worry about Ray being a flight risk. All right. The guy's going to stick around. He's got a family to take care of. He's building a life out in California. I would like him to get out of California because California is a horrible, horrible place, but I can't control that. It's not my life. Right. And I said to Rich Dickman, at one day, Rich Dickman, this will end with Ray and I just worry that it'll end like all my friendships end, which is badly. But aside from that, I really enjoy Ray's company and I like him having the show. I think he's a good number 2 to my obvious number 1. So Rich Dickman said to me, he said, okay, Rem, I like what I've heard over the past 10 episodes. He knows his place on the show. And that's not a derogatory term. When we're interviewing people, he knows when to step in and when to keep his mouth shut. And he's a good compliment to what you offer. So, if you think you want to keep him, you can go ahead and keep him. We'll go another season with Ray. And I said to Rich Dickman, I appreciate that, Rich Dickman. I appreciate your trust and your faith in me to carry your name on this show and to allow me to keep the co-host of my choosing. Somebody who shows the willingness to step up and contribute and who shows the aptitude to create and produce. I choose Ray. I want Ray to stay with me for another 42 episodes. And he agreed. He signed you. The contract's coming in the mail, buddy. It's coming. You should be there, FedEx.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow. You'll have a courier at your door and be like, hey, Rezo, I need you to sign this shit and send it back. And boom, you're on board. We're going to go another 42 episodes to, what was that? 104. Episode 104. We got a whole other, bunch of decisions to make. We're going to enter season 3 at that point. But, you're on, buddy. Congratulations, Ray. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. There's so much applause right now.
I know. How you feeling? How does that make you feel?
I'm overwhelmed with joy. That's first and foremost. First, I would like to thank my fans.
Yep. Thank them.
I would like to thank my wife for her love and support.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to thank my 2 children. I would like to, the music's playing already. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I'll wrap it up. Okay. So I thank everyone. You're all amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Good night.
Oh, Ray. I say good night, not you. You're gonna have to.
Now, I thought I was on stage. No, with this bright light in my face.
Enjoy.
Am I going blind from? Why am I jerking off right now?
Oh, God damn it, Ray! Enjoy the love and support from your wife now because it's gonna go away very soon. And yeah, Ray, you're on, and I appreciate you. Thank you. And audience, if you want to congratulate Ray, you can go ahead and email the show, richdickmanshow@gmail.com. You can tweet the show at Rich Dickman Show. You can call the Dickman line and leave a voice message for Ray, 860-316-4776. And you can use that to submit dicks of the week, congratulate Ray, tell me how great I am, all sorts of those things, right? You don't have to. I have very low self-esteem and I just play a character on a podcast and I'm drinking these Italian margaritas that have limoncello and tequila in them. They're kind of gross, but now I'm getting kind of drunk. So we're having a fun time. It's hey, how do you say, we are having a fun time? A fun time. That's how you talk Italian, right? You got to add an A to everything. Hey, Ray, I'm going to the store. I'm going to buy some Italian lemonade. That's how you talk Italian, right?
Oh my God. When I say, it's me, it's a Mario, my kids think it's the funniest thing of all time. Like for real, they'll fall on the ground laughing.
I beat a kid up in 5th grade because he made fun of my dad's name once. Yeah. All right.
That's funny.
So, check out my wrestling articles at www.podcast.com. I'm under the opinion section. I write them as Rem Dickman, of course, because that is my name. And I just released my newest article, just came live. And hey, guess what? Chris O.C. reads these things as well, so you should too. So thanks for checking those out. And if you have any thoughts on any of those, hey, I would love to talk wrestling with you. So let me know at Remgar, REMGHAR. And you can follow my mom on Twitter at Rem_mama. Tell her that it was nice of her to have lunch with me today. And producer Ryan, I'm going to try to get him on the show next week at Ryan, TRDS. Ray, how do we find you?
So Twitter at Jules Winfeld, twitch.tv/Jules Winfeld. So I got on there a little bit last weekend. I just kind of screwed around, did some, after we streamed. But yeah, get on there every once in a while. Again, I got time for you if you stop by. Absolutely. Love to talk to people. Yeah, Svensson.
All right. Thank you guys for listening again this week. Tell your friends, leave an iTunes review if you can. That'd be awesome. Buy a shirt. That'd be cool as well. Patreon.com/Rich Dickman. That'd be cool as well. The goals are still there. And once we hit that magic number, Ray and I will start doing, we can do a lot more. We could do a lot more. We really could. I'm gonna wrap this up. Ray, congratulations again on being named the permanent co-host for the next 42 episodes, unless you quit on me. And I appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate all you do. RichDickmanShow@gmail.com, RichDickman.com. Oh, and we're also on YouTube. Just search Rich Dickman, I guess. Good night.
See ya. So. Yeah, man. No, I am seriously just having so much fun doing this. Like I said, work's crazy. It's funny too at work. Like I've been working crazy hours. We got a lot of things changing there. People moving around, changing positions and stuff. And they're like, "Don't burn yourself out. Don't burn yourself out." And I'm like, "Hey, as long as I get some time to go and do a podcast, or you know what I mean, like do something that
with
like
my
if I
buddy
miss the
Rem.
stuff that I
say it,
yeah." RichDickmanShow with my buddy Rem.
Thank you.
At RichDickmanShow.com.
Yeah.
If you want to call the voicemail line.
RichDickmanShow.com takes you to NFHC. Son of a bitch. You got to get the website right.
I said RichDickman.com, didn't I?
You said RichDickmanShow.com. That goes you to not for human consumption.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, we'll buy them out when our Patreon gets us so much money that we can literally buy anything. We'll buy Google.com. We're going to be that good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing is like, I don't know, you do some fun stuff and it's all worth it. So anyway, yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm just happy to be here.
I love you, Ray. You're so sweet.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, there you go. This is like community service from your parole officer.
Shit. He told you?
Yeah, I have to know these things. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. My wife's texting me right now asking me if we want tacos. I'm like, I already ate dinner, but I literally
get some goddamn tacos.
I didn't even. Oh, new activity on Tinder. Let's see what it says.
Oh,
go back to Tinder.
I wanted to end the recording, but I didn't. Thank God.
It's. He didn't reply. What is it? What's the new activity?
God damn it.
Oh, it's fucking stupid Tinder just telling me nothing.
All right. That's it.
He hasn't replied yet.
That's enough. Save it for next week. All right.
Yeah. He didn't reply. What a fucking Greg.